Nabashamji, if you would have noticed in past 48 hours, the Manipur crisis has become a bigger crisis in Northeast. First, you had that Pamra organization in Mizoram saying that the Meitei should take care of themselves. Then you have an all Manipuri organization in Assam saying that the Mizo should take care of themselves. Hasn't this crisis started to impact other parts of the Northeast, Nabashamji?
See, Mr. William.
I'm Kartike. I'm Kartike Sharma.
Kartike Sharma. Mr. Sharma, I would like to say, I mean, from the at the beginning, that if we want to really understand what is being evolving now, we need to look back a little, some 1 or 2 decades. Because this is not a simple violence. In fact, when we look back in 2016, the Manipur Assembly passed a resolution, not a resolution, a bill, which meant to protect the people of Manipur, taking the base year as 1951. When the Manipur government passed that bill, what happened was in Churachandpur, the same place where this present violence started. In Churachandpur in 1916, when the Manipur Assembly passed a bill to protect the Manipur people, they call it Manipur People Protection Bill. After the Assembly passed the bill, the whole Churachandpur people came out, they started violence, even they tried to attack the police station. And when they tried to attack the police station, naturally police forces, they came out, tried many things to control the crowd, but finally they had to resort to firing, and that was how some 9 people were lost. Blind people were lost. Why I am saying this is something which has to do with a larger political ambition of the Chinkuki people who are immigrants from Myanmar, from Chin State and Sagang Division. So when Manipur People Bill was passed, taking 1951 as the base year, the Churachandpur people, they rise up. They said, no, we can't accept this bill because you are taking this cutoff year as 1951. That shows that bulk of the around 60-70% of the present Chinkuki population of Manipur migrated from Burma after 1951. That is the reason why they protested so hugely that 9 lives were lost. Anyway, the Manipur government took it in a very matured manner. They didn't use any sort of a very stern measure. But that is what democracy is all about. And in fact, before this present violence that started on May 3, on 27 April or 28 April, that you can find it out, on 27 or 28 April, in the same place in Churachandpur, there was some function which the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur has to inaugurate.
Nabashamji, the line of Mr. Shantikumar has frozen. A lot of people are saying that the chief minister should be removed. There should be president rule. Do you think that the president rule is an answer, temporary answer?
Mr. Summer, can you hear me properly?
Yes,
In fact,
Nabashamji.
in the first round, when I was speaking, the line was cut off. I don't know whether it is from my side or you are purposely doing it. I don't know.
No.
I was speaking something.
Nabashamji, in this conversation, no lines are cut off. No, I don't cut people out. You have the stage. No. It's not a TV debate. I don't cut people's line off. Please complete your argument.
Right. Okay. But then it suddenly goes off the line. Let me tell you one thing. This is a violence which I think is the responsibility of the central government. One thing is, everyone says why this violence is going on for the last so many days, rather it's almost completing 3 months. Why? Here, let me say very in a very blunt manner that until and unless this shoe agreement, suspension of operation between the government of India and the Sinkuki militants is not scrapped, unless this shoe agreement is not abrogated, this violence will go on, because this shoe agreement has given the Sinkuki militants the immunity from the Indian forces. The Assam rifles cannot do anything. The Indian armies cannot do anything. In fact, you may wonder that the bunkers of these Sinkuki militants are there near the army headquarters in Laimakong in Manipur, and next to the Assam rifles camps. These bunkers of the Sinkuki militants are there, and these Sinkuki militants, they are free to do anything. They are free to do anything, and Assam Rifle Indian Army won't act. That is the reason why the Meitei people came out in groups to defend themselves. See, the whole violence was started by the Sinkuki people. We don't started it. If someone starts the violence, starts killing people, raping our women, how can you expect the Meitei people to remain quiet? That's the thing. Until unless India government takes into the India government disarm these Sinkuki people, rather control these Sinkuki people, put them inside their camps, this violence I don't think will stop, because it is the Sinkuki people who have started the violence. They are continuing the violence, and Meiteis are only retaliating. So without understanding this, I mean, this whole process of violence game is all, this will make one confused, but there should be no confused if if the people, if those in the power or those in the media understands that it is the agreement between the Chinkuki people and the government of India that is keeping alive this violence. So I would appeal Honorable Prime Minister to abrogate this agreement between the Chinkuki people and the government of India. This will definitely solve the problem. Normalcy will only return after after abrogating this suspension of operation.
Okay, Nabashamji, then I have a question. The same thing is being
Yes,
said by the Kuki intellectuals. They say that the maximum violence took place, in the valley areas. Kukis are being killed. Their churches have been
let,
destroyed. They have to say that.
let me tell you one thing. In Churachandpur, there are around 9,000 people. There are around 2,000, more than 2,000 homes. They have started, when they start the violence, they have burned down all the homes. They have burned down all homes, destroyed. Now it is flattened. There is no mark even for the Meitei homes now. It's all clean, not only in Churachandpur, in More town, it's in the border where there are around 6,000 Meitei people. All the Meitei homes were destroyed. All the Meitei homes were flattened on the ground. You know this. And in any place where there is Meitei people along with the Sukuchin Kuki people, they have flattened it. But one thing is, when they started the violence, they must be thinking that Meitei people won't react that way. But this is in our history that after 1819, that we call 7 years devastation, that the Burmese invaded upon the Meiteis, our houses were burnt like the cookies are doing today. So what happened is, today in the valley area where the maximum media coverage is there is maximum exposure is there, it's happening. It is quite natural. When you start a war, when you get beaten, how can you play the victim's card? Hitler started the Second World War. When Hitler got beaten,
But
how can you play
Nabashanji,
second
if you
start?
let me be the devil's advocate, let me take the other side because there is no cookie representative. So let me give a second point of
Sure,
view. You can comment on
sure.
that, and then Colonel Saab, I'll come to you.
Okay.
You know, if you look at the radicalization within the Meitei society, for example, Maira Paibi and Arambai Tangol, we have seen that the Maira Paibi stopped the army convoy, and they had to release those militants who had ambushed the army men.
Mr. Sharma, one thing is Meitei do not attack anyone. Meitei are very soft, very considerate people. Even when in 2016 also, these Sinkuki people attacked the Meitei homes, torched many Meitei homes in More. We rather tolerated. That was the first thing. It was 1960. We tolerated. We didn't do anything. And when before this May 3, they have beaten Meitei drivers, they have burned down Meitei temples in Churachandpur before the May 3. It was in April 28, 29. We never reacted like that. But on May 3, when this huge, protest really came out with sophisticated weapons and started shooting to the Meitei homes, burned down Meitei houses, then they molested, they do anything. You can imagine how these Sinku people attacked on us. Then only Meitei became so furious because we thought that they were our own brothers, sisters. We accept them, even though they were immigrants, we accept them as our own people. We have there are so many metropolitan alliances between the Chinkuki people also because we thought that they were our own people. But we never thought that they will have that Jalangam dream, the dream where these Chinkuki people they have taken the decision in 1998 that we came later on that they will carve out an area where they will establish their own state, like Jalangam state. And for that only, they are planning this. It's a long thought out plan. The only thing is, this May 3 happens to be the context was Mitei's AC's demand. They only took this advantage, took this excuse that Meitei are demanding ST. So, in opposition of the Meitei's demand, they in fact rather took this advantage in the name of tribals that all the tribals of Manipur are against this Meitei demand of ST. That was only context. But Nagas do not act like that. They behave responsibly. When you behave, we wouldn't have done anything. Their provocation, so it was too much that the soft. Basically, Meiteis are, you must be knowing, basically 70% of Meiteis are Hindus. Every month we used to celebrate festival, holies, those are many things. We never thought it was a bolt from the blue. These cookie people, when they came and with sophisticated rifle and shoot to us and burnt our houses, that was something which we never expected. We never thought. And that violence were going for 2-3 hours before nothing could do. Only after that, Meitei reacted. And you know one thing, Meitei is also martial race. We are also tribal. If you call them these people that tribal, say we are no less tribal. We are all tribal because of our Hindus background. We are taken as general. We have clans like any tribals. We have only 7 clans, big families. This is what Meitei is all about. And when these Meiteis become so shocked. How could these immigrants,
Okay.
who we have taken them as our own brothers and sisters, how could they attack us? How could they do it in our own homes? In fact, we are the host. They are guests. When your guests come to your home and start destroying and doing anything in your home, how can you expect it? This is the thing.
Okay.
And without understanding this media in the media, they are showing something like in the last week two girls were parents like that we are so sorry that we will not accept that. But people, the general media, they said, they have even said that the Meiteis are so and so. No, the youth cannot identify with their sins with the Meiteis. We are so considerate, and so many violent acts have been committed by the Sinku people. They have cut off
Okay,
their
I think
beheaded Meiteis. People dumped it and buried even the young girls. Because
okay.
we do not have the video recording, that is why we cannot say it.